Vladimir Putin has proposed a package of measures to normalise relations with Washington in terms of cybersecurity. It does come less than 2 months before the US presidential election and follows years of repeated claims by Washington that the Kremlin did try to manipulate and undermine the American electoral system.
We urge
the US to start professional expert dialogue on international information security without holding it hostage to our political differences. The measures are aimed at increasing the level of credibility between our countries, making our nation secure and prosperous. We suggest all countries, including the US, strike a global agreement of making a commitment to not strike first when using information and communications technology against each other.
OK, let's get more information then on this story with Don Corte. He joins us. Good afternoon, Don. Just how significant then could this proposal be?
Good afternoon, Andy. Well, as we just heard from the Russian foreign minister, the tone of President Putin's Friday declaration was definitely one of cooperation. It stressed the need for the U.S. and Russia to cooperate specifically in the field of information and communications technology, because this is an especially important theme, actually, since Washington has actually been accusing Russia of election meddling for years now.
The intelligence community's consensus is that Russia continues to try to influence our elections. We certainly have seen very active efforts by the Russians to influence our election in 2020 through what I would call more the malign foreign influence side of things. Social media, use of proxies, state media, online journals, etc.
Now, Putin's plan outlined a concrete strategy to reboot U.S.-Russia relations in this field, the first being to establish a regular dialogue between the two powers concerning their mutual interest in cybersecurity. It also called for a stable communications channel that both leaders can use to lower the risk of a possible nuclear proliferation and also aid rapid response teams in dealing with incidents concerning the information security of both countries. Now, Putin also called for both countries to sign a deal that would guarantee mutual non-interference in both countries' affairs and also preventing future digital incidents. But this was always Russia's stance, actually, as we also heard from the Russian foreign minister.
The topic of information and communications technology holds a special place in the Russia-US relationship, unfortunately as a precipitating factor. In recent years, we keep hearing groundless claims of conducting cyber attacks aimed at undermining the US electoral process and the political system as a whole. As we've repeatedly said, there is no basis for such statements. We urge for professional and constructive discussion of all problems and accusations at the negotiating table.
So this declaration could really be a hand of friendship reaching out to the United States. So we'll have to see how Washington will react to this positively or negatively in the future.